Go.
We live?
We're live.
And we're live. Well, hey, everybody. We're just hanging out backstage. We're opening up for Toby Keith tonight here in Salt Lake City, Utah. One of our favorite places to come every time. Utah has always been great. You know, dating back to when Dad was just getting started off and all those years. And thank you guys for showing all your support for me and all the guys even today. But we're just hanging out back here. I got Lane Turner. We're all prepped and ready. Brother Will, David, hi everybody.
Hey everybody.
And Mark Sissel, he's the one behind the
Cameraman.
cameraman. So yeah, we're gearing up for another busy year. We're going to be pretty much all over the country. We're going to be up in the Northwest a few times. We're going to be in. We're going to draw a blank now, but we'll be in, back in Shine Frontier Days again, and always look forward to that. And again, we're playing there with Toby Keith. We're going to be with Toby a few times this year, so we're looking forward to that. But then this fall, September, we're going to be spending most of our time in Texas, and it's about damn time, I think. We haven't been down there too much at all, so we're really looking forward to getting to Texas. Yeah,
Sorry
never
about
mind the
that.
background noise.
Sorry about that.
There might be somebody walking in here later, and Toby's probably gonna be doing sound check eventually, so it might get loud. But anyway, I wanted to do this old song that dates, I don't even know how far back, probably at the very beginning. And every time I do it live, I make sure that everybody has something to drink, have a comfortable place to sit down, because it's going to be a while before this one gets over with.
Hey, let me interrupt. Angie said you need to come to Houston.
Hey,
So you want to let her know we're going to Katy, Texas.
okay. Yeah, we'll be in Katy, Texas.
The Moe's place
Okay.
in September.
So yeah, just to run through some of the Texas places, there's Katy, Parker, Lubbock,
New Braunfels?
New Braunfels.
That's just a few.
That's just a few. There might be more added later. So yeah, we're going to do this old song, or I'm going to do this old song. And we're going to take a journey that starts up in Billings, Montana, and ends up in Cheyenne, Wyoming in a photo finish. So it's going to be a while before this gets over with, if I remember all the words. Well, at 7 this morning, I got on the phone and said to hold my bronc as long as you can. Well, my car broke down in Billings and they just got it put together. I'll be photo finishing into old Cheyenne. And now here I am in Sheridan and it's 9 o'clock in the morning and time's going fast. Well, I just pulled her over, had some coffee and a donut, and I bought the car a brand new tank of gas. Now I don't know if I'm gonna make it, it's 9:15. Well, I'll be lucky if I ever get there. Well, my God, now what's that I hear? Is it a siren? Sure enough, he got me on his radar. Well, he pulled up behind me and turned on those flashing lights, a sign that I knew meant to pull her over. So I slammed on the brakes, and as I skidded to a halt, I wiped out 3 reflector posts along the shoulder. Well, he got out of his car and was walking real slow, so I jumped out and met him halfway. Well, he jerked out his gun and said, "Mister, are you crazy? I ain't never seen nobody drive that way." Well, I told him take it easy and he could put up that cannon. The way it's shaking, it just might go off. Well, he put up his gun as I explained my situation. He listened to my story, then he coughed. He wrote me out a ticket that seemed to take forever. I took it as I headed for my car. Well, that cop, he hollered out to me and said, "Hey, cowboy, you better slow down. You can't outrun this radar." Well, I got back in my car and was a-cursing and a-swearing about the ticket that I had just acquired. Well, Well, I wondered if I ought to pay it or throw it out the window. I lit a match and set the damn thing afire. So I gunned it once again and was a-traveling down the road with the gas pedal mashed to the floor. When I come around a curve and right there in the highway, there's more damn sheep than I've ever seen before. Well, I'm going too fast to ever stop, so I just close my eyes as the car roars on through the herd. When I open up my eyes again, there's a sheep on the fender, and that herder saying some mighty awful words. Now the sweat's dripping off my hands as I barrel through old Wheatland. I'm a nervous wreck and I must be a sight. The flies inside this old car buzzing all around me. Guess my 24-hour deodorant quit last night. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20 miles more, the rodeo starts in another 18 minutes. As I pull through the main gate, I can hear the anthem playing. I can't believe it. Thank God I finally made it. Now there's only one more obstacle standing in my way. It's a nitwit with a weekend badge. And he's standing at the gate as I slide her to a halt. He says, where in the hell you going so doggone fast? Well, I tell him that I'm entered and I ain't got time to talk. My horse is in the chute and I'm late. Well, he says I need to get a pass from the secretary. My eyes turn red, my heart fills up with pain. And I yell, you dirty so-and-so, you better let me through. He asked if I'd repeat that once again. So I whacked him in the mouth and then I left him lying there on his back, kicking in the sand. Well, I get there just in time to see my bronc come running out. His head and tail was held way up high. And I swear he looked right straight at me, grinned and gave a horse laugh at me while I just stood there and cried. Turned around feeling helpless and purely dumbfounded. I looked and what did I see? 3 highway patrolmen and a gate man with a fat lip, and they were all looking right at me. Sitting in the cell now, I've done a lot of thinking about that wild run I made a month ago. And I'm sorry that I'm in this rotten situation. If I could do it again, I wouldn't have drove so slow. If I could do it again, I wouldn't have drove so slow.
My.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, I saw my niece Katie pop up on here. You know, she just had a baby.
Yeah,
Melon.
congratulations,
Brand new
Katie.
baby.
Brand new baby.
Yeah, just a little video thing.
Yeah, and our little girl, she's pushing 7 months now. So she's almost crawling now. I heard she said dad the other day. So I've been teaching her.
Yeah.
Well, is there any questions on there that
Our old buddy Rick Skillman, that guitar man, he's watching.
Hey, Rick?
Some of these names, I'm seeing some familiar names here. Questions. Haven't seen any questions. They just want you to come everywhere.
Okay.
A lot of places. We're going to get to a lot of these I've been seeing.
Good.
So,
Well, yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up, and I know the new album Sagebrush came out this last November, and once that was out, I didn't really get back into writing for a while, so I'm back with the pen and paper, writing down a few more brand new ideas for new stuff. So I'm not in a big hurry to record something right now, but always writing, coming up with new stuff. So if you haven't got the new album yet, it's called Sagebrush, and you can go to LeDoux.com and get you a copy there. It's also available on iTunes, Amazon, all that stuff. So yeah, I guess
all right.
that kind of wraps it up. So we'll see you down the road somewhere.